Bro, I said this in my video. I said this same exact thing. Nobody else was talking about this, bro. That's crazy. Penguins just said this. I said this in my video, bro. Bro, we are done. It's over with. Days of these physical desks, over with. We ain't seeing no more of them. PlayStation said in 2028 they doing away with it, and y'all know who next? Xbox. Man, let's get into it, man. Penguins just dropped the video. Everyone should hate this. It's over, bruh.
Extinction of the dinosaurs, nor was I there to see the death of the final saber-toothed tiger. But boy howdy, I am lucky enough to be here to witness the extinction of physical games.
Yes.
I swear, Sony treats physical media the same way the Men in Black treated people that witnessed alien activity. Get the neuralizer out, look here. No such thing as discs, there's only digital. They have now just driven the final stake in the vampire's heart, the evil menace known as physical media.
Bro, I don't think y'all understand where this is gonna go. Where this is gonna go. This is gonna be a domino effect, snowball effect. This is gonna get bad, man. Way worse than what people think. It ain't just about the physical disc.
They have announced that they are ending physical production in January 2028 for new games releasing on PlayStation consoles. For those that don't know, this means there will never be a physical disc for a PlayStation game, even if it's not a first-party title, because in order to even have a physical game on Sony's platform, it has to go through Sony. Thus, there will no longer be that green light, that thumbs up that lets you make a disc for their platforms. It is only digital going forward. There is only Zool. It's unhinged insanity because this comes only days after Sony just pulled over 500 movies from customers' accounts that they paid for while offering no refunds for it.
Bro, I said this in my video. I said this same exact thing. Nobody else was talking about this, bro. That's crazy. Penguins just said this. I said this in my video, bro. This is in my... Man, hold on, man. I gotta show y'all, bro. This is actually crazy. They had over 500 titles just snagged. Poof, bro, gone right off of the PlayStation library. That's what happens when you don't actually own it. Yeah, come on, let's get back to the video. Yo. All right, let's get back to it.
So customers
bring it in,
had 500 movie titles that have now just fizzled into the ether, into the fucking back rooms, and Sony says, suck our dick.
Facts,
you don't even get your money back.
Don't even get your money back. So, and what he didn't mention, and I didn't mention it in my video either, is that there were actually over 1,000 games also taken off, but they were like what people call like shovelware games. It was made by one maker. They were games like to help you get like achievements and stuff like that real easy. But still, if you spent your money on them and they got snagged, there was nothing you could do. Know what I'm saying? This is actually really crazy,
So you paid for limited access to these films. You rented them fundamentally, even though you were under the impression that you were buying them and owning them. Because of this digital landscape, you don't own anything. You are paying for a ticket that gives you access for a set amount of time, depending on the companies or depending on the licensing.
You are paying for a partial license. You do not have a full license to the game. That is the catch-22 of any digital payment for a video game, a movie, anything. Even when you get on HBO and it says rent or buy, and you buy the movie, you basically should have just rented it because you don't own the movie. If HBO goes down, where does your movie go? It ain't like it's stored somewhere on your TV. It's the same for PlayStation, but even worse, and Xbox. When you buy the game, you own a licensing. And the bad thing about that is PlayStation doesn't have to go down for you to not have that item anymore. Like he just said. If PlayStation says, we're going to snag this shit right off the shelves, it's over with. That's it. Your shit that you just spent money on is gone.
The movies are getting pulled because of a licensing issue with Studio Canal, but it's Sony's platform, and now all the customers that wasted their clams on it have nothing to show for it. It's just a void. It's blank now. You will own nothing and be happy, and Sony shamelessly makes this announcement in light of that, while also announcing that they're shutting down the PSN store for PlayStation 3 and PS Vita, meaning...
Please go check out my video, man. It's crazy that all these points are getting brought up. And I bring up these points in my video, and I got 70 views. 70 views, and I bring up these points and even more in my video. Like, I actually did my research, man. I put in a lot of effort in that video. I'm not trying to promote myself on bro's video. This is a great creator, by the way, bro. I fuck with penguins. But man, go check out the video, man. I'm gonna put like a screenshot of it somewhere. Go check it out.
If not thousands of digital games that existed on those platforms are now gone forever and not preserved because there wasn't physical copies of them. They were just digital titles there. So they are genuinely right in your face, hitting fucking Fortnite emotes on that ass, laughing and goatsing in front of you, showing like, yeah, you will own nothing and be happy. Look, we just took down this store, revoking your access to these games that you paid for. They're gone, Buster, and there's nothing you can do about it, Slime. Not even the Dragon Balls could wish these back into existence.
Man, that's
Shinron
a
is powerless
fact,
against
bro.
PlayStation. But let's not get too rambunctious off rip. Maybe they've got a really good reason for it. In response to shifting trends in consumer preference, new games will be released on PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. Oh, shifting trends. You mean like how when GTA just announced with no physical edition, people were rightfully fuming, pointing out how awful that is in light of everything that's happened in this industry, where you can just have your access to the things you purchased revoked at any point in time.
It doesn't.
So you don't have...
Bro, it doesn't matter. That's the thing. It's like, I'm on both sides of this with GTA. With GTA, I'm on both sides because I understand they got a product they didn't protect and they don't want that game leaked. And hard copies is how games get leaked. You know what I'm saying? It's happened time and time again. It happened to Last of Us 2. I mean, and the game just went shitter because that's what happens when the game gets leaked. So I'm with Rockstar on that. And they plan to release later on down the line some hard copies. So if I was y'all, make sure y'all grab them if y'all on PlayStation. This got to come for Xbox too, man. It has to come for Xbox too because it's too much of a profit too. They don't have to pay for the plastic to be printed off. They just put it on there. Bam, you got the license, partial license, and bang, play the game.
Have something physical, you literally own nothing. You own the idea of something. It's imagination. SpongeBob and Patrick in the Box imagining that they own their games right now when it's digital only. So if anything, the shifting trend in consumer preference is swinging back the other way to preferring physical media because of how bad this whole digital only shit has been. As consumer preferences and the broader entertainment industry continue to shift away from physical disc to digital, physical game disc production for all new games releasing on PlayStation consoles will be discontinued in January of 2028. Also,
that's around
again,
the corner, man.
A load of barnacles, this is horseradish. People are wanting more physical now. Like, for me personally, I've been a big advocate of physical media for at least like the last year and a half, if not 2 years.
You have to be.
Because of this trend that we've been seeing of just losing access to what you've spent money on. You're buying nothing.
But you have to be. If you're a gamer, you have to be an advocate for a physical disc. Whether you're like, I don't never buy my games like that. And I'm sure a lot of us don't anymore. But you still have to be an advocate for that. Because if you know, like every time we buy a game on the digital store, we understand this ain't really mine. You know what I mean? This ain't really mine. If I lose my game system, that game is gone. If I lose my password, so you understand, like there's risks that come with it. So being a gamer, you have to be an advocate. And I feel bad for like, you know, the younger people that's coming up in gaming and they'll never truly understand, you know, owning the game.
They're not buying anything. And they're just dangling their dicks right in front of our faces. Ubisoft unapologetically said consumers need to get more comfortable not owning their games. Like, how can you possibly be supportive of this? And people aren't. Like I said, I think the preference is shifting away from digital in light of wanting more physical. This doesn't, like, they're saving a lot of money on not making physical games anymore, but it's not going to reflect in the pricing. The games are still going to be $70, $80 games. So, like, you're still getting slapped around with the pricing. It's not like this is going to bring down the cost of a now spiraling out of control industry.
It kind of does affect pricing. Right now, you can get on PlayStation Store right now. Find you an old game that's 2 or 3 years old, and guess what? They may be charging a fucked up price for that game. But you go down to your mom and pop store, like a video game trader place, and you get that game used and it works perfectly. Bro, that may be $14 for that game. But on PlayStation Store, like, it's still $36, $35, like, because it was a game that released at $70. Bro, it does affect the pricing.
Hey, pal. You just blew in from Stupid Town. If you are a digital-only platform, why the fuck would anyone choose you over Steam? Like, genuinely.
Right.
You have a worse store. You shut down your stores, too. You literally just shut down the PS3 store and PS Vita one, so people wouldn't even feel comfortable buying from your store, considering at any point in time they'd have to be, like, living in fear that you're going to swoop in like the boogeyman and take away the things they bought. You have a much weaker store in terms of titles than Steam. So why would they choose you?
Storm.
Like, yes, it is more expensive to build a PC that can handle, like, you know, more high-end gaming, but there are solid entry-level PCs out there. And yes, while PS5 is cheaper than that right now, I imagine the PS5 prices are going to go up as well, reflective of Xbox price increase. I think that's the writings on the wall. There's going to be a price increase pretty soon.
Right.
So eventually the gap's not going to be that big in terms of like price discrepancy between PS5 and PC. And again, PC has a much more robust catalog of games to choose from in the digital only format with Steam. So why the fuck would anyone ever even consider shopping exclusively on the Sony PlayStation Store?
Bro, Sony has the worst store in my opinion anyway. But like, he's got a major point. Why, if you're digital only, what makes you think that people are going to choose you over Steam? Like, where there's literally millions of games, like, and you don't really have to worry about none of the shit you do with PlayStation. It just makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. PlayStation makes no sense to me at all anyway.
After you keep going scorched earth on physical media and taking away people's products that they bought, thinking that they owned them. Like, the way they're treating this shit, I wouldn't be surprised if they start going door to door, treating people that own physical PlayStation discs like terrorists. Like, excuse me, we're going to need to sweep the premises here. We need to check your house. Do you have physical discs here? We got a tip. Like, and they just start, like, taking it physically out of your hands to make you shop at the store. A store which, by the way, is more expensive shopping digital only on older titles. So if you bought the physical copies for some of the games here, like this tweet illustrates, you saved money getting the physical edition on, like, God of War, Ragnarok, Gran Turismo, those kind of things. But now that that's off the table going forward, these games presumably are never going to get cheaper on the PlayStation Store because they're still charging.
Bro, you will never be able to trade your game. If they're gonna do this, they need to think about what can they do to help us as gamers. Where can we go digitally to trade a game that has the same worth? Because if you're gonna tell me that Ragnarok still to this day is worth $70, bro, no, it's not. The whole world has played it. Yes, it's a great game. I love God of War. Now, honestly, I love retro God of War. That's my God of War games. But these God of War, they're doing just fine. I like playing them. Again, you have to have somewhere on there to trade for the same worth. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is Astrobot doing being $60? To me, it's not even worth that $40 on the physical copy. That's crazy to me. But still, if you was to go to a mom and pop store and fucking want that game, I guarantee that game is probably like $20 maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Full price
Don't let it
for
be
these
used.
older games on their store. So they're looking to even make more money off of going digital only when getting physical down the line has been cheaper. Now they fully got it by the titties.
Yeah, they trying to choke us out, bro. That's what it is. They trying to grab us by the neck.
So they never have to bring the price down because there's only digital options to choose from now. You can't get a physical edition now for these upcoming games. Thus, the price doesn't ever have to go down if Sony doesn't want it to, and it looks like they really don't want it to.
Yeah,
still paying full price for some of these older titles to this day. Now let's take a peek at the bright future of digital only with Sony's immaculate track record of having stores that they shut down and take away the shit that you spend your money on. This is their announcement about shutting down the PS3 and Vita store.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I was almost positive that like some retro games got removed from the Sony store. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I just heard. But you know how like sometimes you hear stuff through the vine, it may not be facts. But I want to say that they had retro games removed.
As the PlayStation Store continues to evolve to support modern commerce systems, including updated payment processing standards, PS3 and Vita are no longer able to support these updates at the level required. As a result, we will need to close PlayStation Store on these devices in the time frames as followed. We look forward to having you on this journey with us as we explore new game worlds and new adventures that have yet to come. What a heartfelt message to the community and to gamers worldwide. Hey, you should shop with us digitally. And yes, we might just shut it all down at some point, so everything you spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on will vanish, and you have no recourse. That's just something you're going to have to live with.
I've been saying this. I do not think that Sony cares about their community one bit. The fucking PS5 console in itself, how it was released, how it was rushed, everything about that game system. And if, look, bro, I know in the comments, if, bro, these Sony fans are gonna go crazy. Look, man, I'm not biased. I play PC. You know what I'm saying? But still, I watched from afar the Xbox and PS5 releasing, and it was so easy to see that Sony was just trying to get that thing out there and get it to you guys, and they did not care in what shape or form that system came in, what frames per second it was pushing, about the storage. They just didn't care. They just wanted to get the console out there to you guys before Christmas so they could rack up on some money. And as we can see, Sony keeps doing this. Now, will Xbox follow this trend? I'm hoping not, but bro, like bro said, it's probably the writing on the wall. They probably are coming next.
Are you guys not shopping on PlayStation Store right now? This is exciting.
Yeah.
This is coming from a place of passion. We're pushing boundaries here for
come on now.
A generational experience for our community. We're doing everything. We're bending over backwards for you bitches. You're so selfish. What? You want to own your games? Are you crazy? You want to own your games? No.
Yeah.
You think you want to own your games, but you don't want to own anything.
But you don't want
us to control.
Yeah.
You want us to take it away at some point. You want it digitally. Please. Come on. Get in here. It's stupid, man. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
They're so out of...
Hey, where's the excitement in fully owning your game? Don't you want to take a risk? Live on the edge, man. Live life on the edge. Don't you want to take a risk of possibly us snatching that motherfucker from you? Where's the excitement in on it and it just sitting on a shelf? You know what I mean? Where's the excitement in that?
Touch, it's painful. Naturally, everyone's pointing to this with the PS4 where they showcased, here's how you share your games on PS4, and then they hand each other the physical copy and say thanks. This was a massive dunk at the time,
right.
And they made it clear with PS4 that physical was something they valued greatly, and like the importance of being able to
carry
a game back and forth, physically passing it to one another. This was a huge successful campaign that they ran about that. So a core part of PlayStation's identity, not even that long ago, was these physical discs and being able to share the physical discs like that. Look at us now,
brother.
Look at how quickly shit's changed, and changed for the worse, significantly worse. There are no benefits to this change. There is no one that should be excited about this, because why would you as a consumer even want to have the chance that what you bought disappears? You spent your money on it. You should own it. But you don't. And they're not even being honest with you about what you're doing.
Yeah, it's like that old corporate trick. Somebody has to get the extra 1%. When you make a 50-50 deal, like, or you, let's not say you make one, but you see them, and something always goes wrong in these companies where that one person has more of a say-so and they do something that fucks the whole company up. It's because when they made that 50-50 deal, what they really did was a 51-49, because somebody has to take like sole proprietor, whatever you want to call it. It's like when you buy the game, obviously they own it more than you. You don't own it as much as they do. So they have a say whenever, you know, they're daddy. You know what I mean? At that point, daddy, can I play my game? No, not anymore. We got rid of it. You know?
You're not even buying to own, you are renting from them. They're not even calling it what it is, which is renting. You are getting admission to this product.
They can't call it what it is.
For however long they deem necessary, or however long their deals with the licensor, like in the case of the movies, lasts.
Yeah.
But you as a consumer could very well end up with nothing, like they just take it away from you. That shouldn't be something you're okay with. Like, it shouldn't. If you are okay with it, you're wrong for being okay with it. I'm just going to tell you right to your face. That is dumb. You should own what you are spending your money on here in this industry. And they're not even advertising it as anything other than you owning it. They're trying to mislead you with what's actually happening in this digital-only process. And it's just out of control. It is truly out of control. I can't, like, I had a hunch that Sony was going to go this direction, especially after the GTA 6 announcement. I had a feeling, I think most people kind of had a feeling.
GTA 6 made this announcement, and bro, Sony was like, hey man, you remember that idea I was giving you, like, about 6 months ago? Remember when I was telling you, like, hey, fuck these guys. Fuck them. let's not release any more hard copies. No, fuck them. We don't care about them. We need we need it. We need that money. Rockstar just said they're doing it. I say we double down, bud. That's exactly how that shit went. Know what I'm saying?
In their gut. But I didn't think it would be this quick. This is a week later that they're just boldly, brazenly making this announcement that they're wiping their ass with physical media. Disc-based games, they're going to be gone soon. I thought it'd take still a couple more years before they felt confident enough to just pull the rug there and just say, like, all right.
I don't know where the fuck they get their confidence from. I'm pausing this video a whole lot, man, because I am super passionate about this, but holy shit, boy, they got confidence like, hey.
It's gone.
You ever seen a motherfucker wear clothes way too little? But like they just all in their phone and but they clothes are small as shit. You like, damn, man, you borrowed that from your little sister or something? What the hell? You know what I'm saying? But they owe it. That's PS5 in my mind. Just redundantly confident right now.
But yeah, they did it, and it really sucks. Anyway, that's about it. So yeah.
Crazy, man. It is so crazy that this is going on. You will never own your shit again. Never. I paused this video a whole lot. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, if you fuck with me, fuck with me. Hey, and you know what? One thing that he didn't bring up is the effect that it's going to have later on down the line. And I brought this up in my video. You know what I'm saying? What effect this is going to have is these video game trading stores and stuff like that, they're going to go out of business. But I do think the value of a hard disk will go up. I'm hoping it does because it at least deserves that. That way, the guys who do have hard disks, I got a few in this house, you know what I'm saying? But the guys who have a lot and they've made it, they've been collectors out of this thing. I hope the value does go up for them guys, man. I really, really, really do. Because a lot of companies are going to face a hard time, bro. All these game companies that we know, well, not companies, but game businesses that we can just drive, 10, 20 minutes down the road and buy a game and it don't cost that much because it's been out for so long, but you never got to play it. Those days are going to be over with, and these businesses are just going to crumble off of that. What else can they do? Sell digital, it don't work the same, man. It don't work the same because it didn't get, a digital version didn't get traded into them, so they can't discount it. This shit's going to rock the world, man. The gaming world will be rocked. On God. Anyway, I'm out, man. I love y'all. My name is Woahjo. This is Woahjo Gaming. I hope y'all fuck with me. If y'all do, like, subscribe. Like and subscribe. Yes, sir. All right, I'm out, man.